For procurement managers, Grainger is the go-to partner that helps
Welcome back to Anthony Lee Raw. Guys, we are live. It is Thursday. Bitcoin blasting out of the bottom zone. Is the bottom in? Is this the fake out? Are we headed lower? We're going to talk about it, guys. Let me know what you think. I have a poll going in chat. Let's hear what you think. Is the bottom in? We're going to discuss. I'm going to show you all the reasons why the bottom is in. West Coast, funny man. Let's see who's here. A little light crew. I don't usually go live on Thursdays, but with this kind of price action, I want to let you guys know what I think because a lot of folks, in my opinion, are wrong-footed. I've been saying this since July the 2nd, that folks are wrong-footed, and you're about to start to hear some things. I'm telling you, I'm going into my 4th cycle now. You hear the same exact things at the top and the bottom. Okay, the exact same things, and I do not want you to get wrong-footed, okay? And maybe I'm wrong, but I can assure you from the bottom of my heart, I am not intentionally trying to mislead you if I am wrong. I'm only trying to help you from experience. So let's see who is here. We got Max, Mighty Max. What's up, bro? I just got back from the gym, got in the gun show today. Let's see if I can get it up for you, Max. I got to work on some overhead lighting so I get the good down shadows coming across. I don't got that. I need to work on that. Jack, what's up, bro? Johnny, number 5 in the house. AL is making videos faster than I can watch them. Listen, I told you guys, I said when we blast up out of here, you know, I said some of these altcoins are going to do 150% before you know it. Some coins are up 30, 40, 50% in the last couple days, guys. So I got to get these videos out. I got to warn folks. Everybody's waiting on lower. It has to be Q4. Sorry, I don't mean to mock anybody that thinks that, but good Lord. Why does it have to be Q4? I don't understand. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something, guys. I don't know. JCV, what's up, bro? West Coast, Eons. Glad to have you guys here. I love you guys. I'm just trying to help you guys out. Listen, I said it yesterday on the stream. I am not a content creator. Yes, I'm making some content, but I am a professional trader, and I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I am just giving you technical signs, technical opinions. I'm not trying to bring you novelty. I know YouTube rewards novelty, and people get huge channels on fake novelty crap. Not everybody that's got a big channel, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just bringing you what I'm seeing from a technical standpoint, guys, and I've been telling you. Let's look in the Discord. Back here on July, I don't know if I'll be able to find it now. July the 2nd, right here. Right here, July the 2nd. We took a long trade on July 1st or June 30th. I said I've been doing a lot of deep dive analysis, blah, 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 blah. I go on to say I think the bottom is in. I've been saying it since July the 2nd, guys. I think the herd is wrong-footed. All the bricks have been moved. Bitcoin can go home now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to give you the quick analogy, guys, and then I'm going to prove it to you. Okay, and only time will tell if I'm right, but let's say you have a job. All of the on-chain data, everything that I can find that gets hit every single bear market has been hit. Everything except time, okay? Except time, okay? And in my opinion, it has always taken, not my opinion, it's fact, it has always taken until Q4 of the bear market before all the on-chain metrics get hit. So in my opinion, that is why Q4 has always been the bottom. It's not because it's Q4. It's not because the market maker is sitting around looking at a calendar thinking, oh gosh, is it Q4? Can we buy some Bitcoin yet? It's because it's taken that long. You have to remember, market makers, whales, institutions, whatever, they make their money when you lose. And when do you lose? You lose when you FOMO at the top and when you sell the bottom. So their job is to create exuberance at the top and fear at the bottom, and when those two are at their highest amount of fear, highest amount of exuberance, that's when you get wrong-footed, and that's when they make their move, okay? And we've reached all those levels, okay? And I don't think they're sitting around watching their calendar, and I've been saying it, guys. Here's the analogy if you don't know what I'm talking about. Let's say pretend bricks are metrics. On-chain metrics are bricks, and you're a brick mover, okay? And every day you go to work at 8 a.m. and you move 100 bricks. And every day it takes you till 5 p.m. to move 100 bricks. And as soon as the last brick is moved, you can go home. You do that for years. Well, one day you go to work and you move all 100 bricks by 2 p.m. Just 3 hours early. Do you have to sit around for 3 hours just to wait till 5, or can you go home because the job is done? The job is done early for Bitcoin, in my opinion, and Bitcoin can go home, and I've been saying it, and I will gladly come on here and tell you that I was wrong if I was wrong, but I just don't think so. And that's not the only metric. In order for you to think that Q4 has to be the bottom, you have to ignore all the other metrics, all of them, for this one to be correct, okay? So I just think everybody's wrong-footed here, and here's what you're going to hear, and here's why I'm doing this emergency update. Now that Bitcoin's pumping up out of here, you're going to hear everybody saying, oh, it's a dead cat bounce, fake out, we're going lower. Do you know why they're saying that? Besides the fact that most of them are retarded. Do you know why they're saying, and I'm just kidding. You're not retarded. It's because they didn't buy the bottom. And that was their entire plan. And so now they are essentially getting angry at you telling them that they've missed the bottom. That's why they're going to say that. Just like at the top, they didn't sell the top. So when you start pulling back and the top is in and they don't realize it yet, they get angry at you because they didn't sell the top and they need price to come back up so that they can sell the top. It's the same thing. They're just angry that they didn't buy the bottom. Maybe if we had a bigger channel, they could have been warned, but you guys are smart enough to buy the bottom. I know. But that's why, guys. So you're going to see a lot of that, and it's not because they have a clue what they're talking about. And again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know everything, and I don't get everything right. If you look on the screen here, I got a trade that I lost yesterday, $740. But that's okay, because we're up $20,000 on the week, guys. We're up about $7,000 right here on this screen in the trades taken since the last 3 days. We're up $7,000 there, and I TP'd on my KCEX long trade from 57.7, given and taken in real time in the Pro Traders group in Discord. This was on June 30th. I did realize $12,000 on that trade. So if you count that, which I know that was taken weeks ago, but either way, we're up $7 grand in the last 3 days, or 20 grand total if you include it all. So you choose. I don't really care. Here is where I want to show you guys here's a screenshot of Discord where we took this trade live. This is our Pro Traders group. We planned for this. This was on June the 30th. Get in the VIP Discord, guys. AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Get in there. We planned for this June 30th. Johnny's in there, says, be ready, Max. These are pro traders. These are professional traders in our Discord. I had to step out for a little bit. I knew we were coming down to our zone that we planned for. Asked the guys, the pro traders, to take over. Max says he's got it. He entered the long at 57.7. Johnny took it 57.7. Everybody took it 57.7. I took it at 57.7. I chimed in a little bit later, but this is where we got it, guys. We gave it to you in real time. Some of you closed this trade like 5 minutes later for some reason. And here I am almost 2 months later, just now realizing $12,000. So get in the Discord, guys. We're not going to mislead you, not on purpose anyway. So I'm not in any other trades. I got stopped out of the trade I took yesterday. So let's talk about this $740 loss. So I took a loss yesterday. Bitcoin was pumping up. I went to the gym. I haven't been to the gym at 10 a.m. in a decade, right? But I was on here with you fine people yesterday, and I didn't make it to the gym. So as soon as we got off stream, I went to the gym, and that's when we ripped, which I called for. And I was at the gym, and this is what not to do, guys. We're at the gym. Bitcoin's pumping up, right? And we're hitting all these levels. We're breaking these levels. I don't even know where price was, but we're breaking these levels, and I'm like on my phone. You know, I'm like curling with one hand and on my phone on the other. And I just took a short trade, and almost instantly I got wrecked. I mean, almost instantly. So I closed the trade. I put my phone in my bag, and I waited until I got home. And I said, I'm going to wait till I get home. I had no business taking that trade. I wasn't looking at the chart. I wasn't doing anything. I was just trying to, whatever the inverse of catch a falling knife was. Like an idiot, like an amateur, like a rookie. I've done it so many times before, but it's been a long time. Lost $700. I did not revenge trade, though. I regrouped. I came home. I sat in front of the chart. I found a good entry using Bjorn and Damien Pro, and I got in it and realized over $3,000 profit on that. So it's like that $700 loss never happened, but I did take a loss. Just full transparency. I take losses. I do dumb Wait. I do dumb all the time. So don't feel like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm gonna lower this now. I'm not in any trades, so there's no point in me keeping this up any longer. If you guys want to see that good stuff, let's dive on in. I've shown you all the things. Now let's discuss why I think the bottom is in. We've had a few more folks come in here. Let's say, hey, Ben Shaw, what's up, bro? V-Chain going to 0. By the way, guys, if you're interested in altcoins, put them in chat. I'll take a look at a few today. But you can also, the great Django, you can go over here to my YouTube channel, and you can type in V-Chain, and all my V-Chain videos will pop up there. So I have done some V-Chain videos if you want to go check out those bull market price predictions and things like that, and the reasons I think V-Chain is one of the worst coins out there and going to 0. Just my personal opinion that I will be correct on. Chris, what's up, bro? Wendy, good morning. Moy Marcus, dude, you're making this a trend. Ashley, good morning, good morning, good morning. Anyway, guys, so hopefully you guys got you some altcoins. Now, it doesn't mean we're fixing to just rip up out of here, guys. We could still hem-haw around here a little bit. I do expect a pullback. You know, nothing goes up forever. So when Bitcoin does pull back a little, some of your altcoins you're gonna get another shot. But I'm telling you, I think the bottom's in. Let's look at this. Here are our monthly EMAs. I'm not a big EMA guy. However, we have now ripped with this move yesterday back above the monthly 5 and 55 EMA. Why is that so important? You know, this goes back to everybody is talking about it has to be Q4 because it's always been Q4. First of all, there's only been 3 bear markets, so it's not like there's 100 iterations of this to where it's always been correct. It's only 3, right? So it's a very small sample size. It's like if you play baseball and you go up in your first 3 at bats and you get hits. Does that mean you're going to bat 1,000 forever? Absolutely not, okay? It's been 3 at bats. You wouldn't go up and say, well, I got to hit all 3 times. He's got to get a hit every time from now on. That's dumb. Don't think that way. But if you're going to say that, then you have to ignore this. Now, this is unconfirmed, I will acknowledge, but we've gotten back above the monthly 5 EMA and 55 EMA. And if we look back in history, since we want to talk about what always happens, any and every time Bitcoin is closed above the monthly 55 or 5, either one, that has been it. You have never, ever, ever gone lower, ever, okay? So again, we're still like, 10 days in advance, so we'll have to watch the monthly close. But here you see it, last cycle closing above the 55 and 5 right there, gone. Closing above just the 55 there. It took a couple more months to close above the 5, but still, that was the low. We can go back. First cycle, this 55 hadn't quite started, but you can imagine it would look something like that. Either way, when it got back above the 5, that was it. You didn't go lower. That was it. So if this confirms, then what's that mean? What's that mean? Does that mean this metric's going to be wrong, or is Q4 going to be wrong? You tell me. And I understand this isn't confirmed yet, so we'll check back in 10 days. But just be aware, all the pieces are coming together, guys. Let's look at the weekly time frame here. Let me turn that off. I'm going to turn Damien off too. Let me go back to the monthly with Damien. Let me show you this too. Got Damien Pro on here, guys. Get on over AnthonyLeeRaw.com and get your Damien Pro. I'm going to show you Damien and Bjorn. You're not going to want to miss this Bjorn if you missed it yesterday. Get on over here, AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Get your Damien indicator and your Bjorn indicator. Let me show you how you could have made thousands of dollars, depending on what you traded with yesterday, given to you yesterday. I told you on stream, I kept saying a big move is going to happen any minute now, and then blast off. I'm going to show you how, not because I want to brag. I mean, kind of, it's nice to be right, but because you can do this. Like, it's easy. I didn't get lucky. There wasn't some crappy little news, and if there was a news, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I called for this before whatever news may have dropped. And I'm going to show you how. You can do this yourself, guys. I want to help you be successful. But let's look at this. So we have the Damien signal on. This right here is worth it. Just going to get your Damien indicator right here. Look at this. The monthly signal. Let me tell you why it's worth it, besides the obvious. But anytime you've gotten a confirmed monthly buy signal, that's been it. The low has been in every single time, guys. I've been telling you this since we got the monthly confirmed signal last month. It's already in. It's already done. The writing is on the wall, guys. It is also called every single top. So just one small reason why this is going to be worth it, guys, to get just this indicator. Think about this. This indicator is cheap. Like, I'm giving it away. I should quadruple the price of this, but pay attention. Let's say you come up here, right? Let's say you come up to the top and you get the signal here. Let's say you don't have this indicator and you think, okay, we're just going to pull back and then we're going to rip up, but you don't. And let's say you got, I don't know, let's say you bought and you rode up and you made $50,000. Well, by the time, what are you going to wait for? What are you going to wait? 10, 20% drop? Let's say you wait for a 20% drop and you decide to sell right there, 20% drop. That's not much, but that's when you finally say, okay, I need to sell. Well, you've just given back $10,000. $10,000 of your profit that you could have gotten out if you just had this one signal, guys. And I'm telling you, you won't find a better indicator. You can't do it. And for you smaller time frame traders, look at the 6 hour, guys. Tell me you can find one that gives you better moves than this on the 6 hour. You can't do it. Can't do it. This is based on my personal, professional trading strategies, guys. You can't do it. You can't do it. I don't care who you are. You can't do it. You can't do it. Going over AnthonyLeeRaw.com and get it. Anyway, so the monthly Damien signal has confirmed. It confirmed at the close of July. So that signal is in effect. Let's go to the weekly. Let's stay on the monthly real quick. I know I'm flippy floppy. I'm going to show you all the things, though, guys. You need to pay attention. The reason I want you to pay attention so much is because if I'm right, which I firmly believe that I am right, Everybody else is going to be trying to convince you not to buy yet, and you could seriously miss out. On-chain data, coins in a loss. We have hit 10.8 million, which is the most ever coins in a loss, okay? 10.5, 10.6, that has always been the most Bitcoin, the supply and a loss. 10.5, 10.6 million coins in a loss. Do you know why they've been unable to push it further than that? It's because you have a certain amount of people, call them whatever you want, investors, institutions, whatever. You have a certain amount of people that just aren't going to sell. It doesn't matter how low you drop Bitcoin. So there's only a certain level you can drop to before there's a number of coins that will never be sold, or at least not anytime soon, right? Long-term investors. So we hit 10.8 million coins in a loss. You've never been able to push lower than that in the history of Bitcoin, because there's just some people that aren't going to sell. In order to bring price down, you either have to have big liquidations or you have to have sellers. And if you have a certain amount of people that aren't going to sell, you just can't push it lower, right? Fear and greed. We reached 5 on the fear and greed metric. Remember, market makers make the most money when you're at all-time exuberance or you're at the all-time fear level, right? The lowest you've ever been on fear and greed is 5. Every bear market has been 5, 6, 6, and 5. 5 was this bear market, okay? We've hit that. We've hit the on-chain losses with the most fear we've ever had. What else can you want? You didn't have a crowd more fearful. The only thing they're holding on to, and here it is, you can see it right down here, 5. I have it on the chart too. Let's turn this on. There you go. 10.8 million coins in a loss. Fear and greed 5, 10.6, 10.5, 10.6, 10.6. Fear and greed 5, 5, 8, 6, 5. This one right here, this 8, this 10.5 at 8. This was C19, so not really a bear market, but still, even at C19, they could not push it below 8 or push it below 10.5 million coins in a loss. Couldn't do it. There's a certain number of people that just aren't going to be shaken out of the market, period. This is an on-chain metric. 2 of them that have been hit, guys. The low is in, y'all. We also have, let me turn this off. Let me show you another thing that you've never had this soon, guys, that people who are novelty creators aren't going to tell you because they're too dumb. Let's just be honest. Let's call it what it is. They're too dumb. And maybe I'm wrong. And I'm not an Elliott Wave guy. In fact, you should unfollow all Elliott Wave people, okay? But I do believe in 5-wave structures. There's nothing that says each wave, each leg, whatever, has to be a certain percentage or certain amount. 5 waves, okay? The key to the waves is liquidity grabbing, either to the upside or the downside. And look at last cycle. This is what tipped it for me. Yeah, the on-chain stuff was there, but this is what tipped it to me. Right here, what I'm about to show you, that the bottom was in on July the 2nd, okay? All right, here's the last cycle. 1, 2, and you can go check previous cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Notice when we got this 5th wave here, okay? What happened when we created a 1, 2, 3, wave 3 is we set a low here. I have to move this. We set a low here, okay? And then so this is wave 3, right? Wave 3 right here. And then we bounced and we did not take it out. So we had to hem-haw around here until Q4. Then we came down and got the on-chain losses, 10.5 million. Then we got fear and greed at 6, but we had to sweep this low, okay? And then let's zoom into that. But you don't typically sweep that low and go because too many people are going to make money there. So, because everybody longs that. So you get this baby little, what I call a 6 and 7. 6, 7, where you grab this liquidity and then go. This took until Q4. This was FTX, okay? And go look at previous cycles. It's always been that way, every time, okay? Now let's look at now. Pay attention, guys. This is what tipped the scale for me, okay? This was it. The on-chain stuff was there, but I was like, I'm a structure guy. Not Elliott Wave, I'm a structure guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. But notice when we set 3, we set a low. Boom. Unlike last cycle where we came down here and then hauled around until Q4 before dropping, we went ahead and took it. Boom. Grabbed the liquidity, and then baby 6, baby 7, go. We already grabbed the liquidity. We grabbed the liquidity from the liquidity grab. It's over. Crashing structure is complete, and I've been telling you guys this. It's complete. This is from a professional macro trading perspective. And if I'm wrong, and all that really, really matters is the calendar, then I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. It's over. Now, granted, in order to confirm bull run on from a structure perspective, first of all, you got the EMAs. We just talked about the EMAs, right? Monthly EMAs. So we would want to see a close above that. That would be step one. But from a structural perspective, I want to see this 83K get taken out, a good closure above, not a quick wick. I want to see 83K get taken out, and then you will have flipped macro, like cycle macro structure bullish. Then you could look for a pullback. So then you're creating higher highs and higher lows. That's what I want to see from a structural standpoint. But if you wait till 83K from 57K, you have to buy in 43% higher. So the goal, and that's when most people, all of your herd that is wrong right now, all the herd will start calling for it there. It's like, well, freaking great. You're right. You waited on confirmation. Go you, but you're buying 43% less than I'm buying. You're buying half as much as I'm buying. Okay? That's why as a professional trader, you have to recognize bottom signals before macro confirmation, in my opinion. Otherwise, you're buying 43% higher once you get macro structure confirmation. And who wants to do that? Don't do that. All the writing is on the wall. The only thing you're missing is the Q4 narrative. Hogwash. Can you believe I said that? I'm from Mississippi. Hogwash. Don't believe that nonsense, guys. I'm telling you, do not believe the nonsense. And maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to catch a lot of flack, and that's okay. But I'm not intentionally wrong. And I'm not dumb enough to sit here and just think that a calendar is the only thing that matters. And even if I'm wrong, we're up 20 grand on this pump. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, let's talk about the pump yesterday just briefly, guys. Let's talk about the pump. Let me move this out of the way. Let's talk about the pump. All right, so we got this beautiful Damien indicator, right? Okay, and I'm not going to talk about it too much, but what I want to talk about, even though, look at this weekly Damien Pro signal. By the way, everybody I don't want to call folks out. Some folks in the Discord, this is Damien Pro. It's on the website also. It's my personal version. Folks were wanting to fade this rally yesterday, talking about this and that. And I finally had to step in and say, I wouldn't do that. This is since the beginning of the year, the Damien signal with I'm on the 2-day time frame, with the gold dot is Damien Pro. That's my personal version. You get a gold dot when it's a super high probability trade. It involves Bjorn. There's videos on the website. Go watch them. But pay attention. Every time you've gotten a Damien Pro 2-day signal, you have gotten the exit signal or the counter signal, right? The counter buy signal or sell signal. You don't always get that when you get regular Damien. So you didn't get that here. I mean, technically you got it up here, but you didn't get one here. But look, so you got pro, exit, pro, exit, pro, exit, pro, exit. And now we got the pro buy. So everybody's wanting to fade this yesterday. I said, wait. I said, I'm waiting. I want to see the exit signal or the counter signal rather, okay? The counter divergent signal on the 2-day time frame, because you've gotten it every single time when you get a pro signal. You don't always get it when you get the regular Damien signal, okay? And you will get it on this. It's already setting up. I can see it because I know I programmed the indicator. This is my personal indicator. I programmed it. I can see it. You will get it when the time is right. Now, you may not get the best entry. You might get front run it right here, and then 2 days from now, you get a signal and you have to enter right. I don't care. I'm waiting on confirmation, okay? And it's going to come whenever it's time. So if you're trying to front run this, I'm telling you, in my opinion, for me, it's not time yet. And again, this could pull back, and in 2 days, you get the sell signal right here, and you're like, oh, Anthony, I could have shorted right now. Fine. Fine, you can. But you don't have confirmation, and for all you know, that's fixing to do that. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you, don't get greedy. There's going to be more than enough to be made when this short signal comes in. And if you're in the VIP Discord, I will let you know when I take that short. Or just go get your Damien Pro indicator today. It is well worth it. Okay, but let's talk about how we got into this trade yesterday. Let's talk about this. So I came in Discord, like 2 days ago, guys, something like that. And this is important, guys. This could make, if you learned this one indicator, you could literally become a professional trader. Damien's easy. It's dummy proof. But what I'm about to show you is a little more technical. But it's king. It's called Bjorn, and it is king. Bjorn cannot be wrong, guys, and I'm not being arrogant. It cannot be wrong. And the reason it cannot be wrong is it is not a predictive indicator. It doesn't guess at what's about to happen. It tells you what is happening because it looks at the chart and says, okay, price is going up or down. It just also tells you with what aggressiveness it's happening, okay? Here's what I posted, what was this, 2 days ago? I posted this, and I said, get ready, a big, I even said the words big right here, a big move is brewing. This was 2 days ago, because we had this is Bjorn. I had a 4-way split of Bjorn. So it's 4 different charts, daily, 2-day, 3-day, 5-day. Pay attention, this is all you need to know if you want to make unlimited money. I'm not exaggerating, I'm serious. When Bjorn dips below this orange line, that's 15th percentile, that's contraction, okay? That means price is chilling. I mean, it's not moving very aggressively. Now, this is the daily time frame. It doesn't mean on the 1 minute it can't just do this. But comparatively speaking, on the daily time frame, the higher time frames, price isn't really doing much, okay? When it starts to expand or head up, certainly when you cross the 15, that is when the big moves come. And usually the higher the time frame, the bigger the move. And this is daily, 2-day, 3-day, 5-day. Those are massive moves, okay? The direction is caused by stochastic. Stochastic means that's what direction price is headed. The Bjorn volatility meter means how aggressively it's going there. All of these, except the daily, stochastic was headed up. Volatility was low. Stochastic was headed up. The daily was headed down. And I told them, I said, if the daily continues down, it could flip the higher time frames down. I said, but if the daily flips, I said, get ready, a big move is coming, okay? And I just want to walk you through it. I put out a whole video on this yesterday. And then I came in yesterday and I said, the fight is on over the next 24 hours. I said that because these things started expanding. Then we came on and talked about it. And this is what happened. Boom. I just showed you the screenshot, right? I just showed you the screenshot how they were not expanded. Pay attention, guys. Here it is. See how they're not expanded? They're down below the orange. And I said on stream, I put this out on video today. I said a big move on stream is about to happen any minute now. And sure enough, as soon as all of these expanded, boom, expanded, rocket ship up, right? 2-day time frame. All of them expanded at the same time. 3-day expanded. 5-day expanded. Daily flip to the upside. Right? Here's what they look like before. See that? See how the daily flipped to the upside? The 3-day expanded, the blue line expanded straight up. And then if we go to the other side, see on the 2-day. And I'll let you know when this happens, big, massive move is coming, guys. And it speaks for itself. You guys know what happened after that. You know. This 13% move. 13% move given to you yesterday. All I said was watch that Bjorn. When it crosses that orange line, it is go time. Get that indicator. That is all you need. If you had, and I don't know what you guys trade with, let's just say $1,000 and you did that on 30x leverage and you timed that, like we told you, you could have timed it on stream with us, 13% move. I mean, you made $4,000 yesterday. just one Bjorn expansion. That's it, 4 grand. And I can't stress that I kept saying big move. I think I said it. I mean, I was like broken recording that on the stream yesterday. So if you want to see that again, I did put out a video on this yesterday. Last night, I said we called it, and I walked you through how we called it and how I used Bjorn to do it. Go watch that video. It's a short video. It's less than 10 minutes long. All right, here's where it gets interesting from here, okay? Here's something else, that another ticker in the bottom is in category, and this is actually, other than the structure thing, actually this is even better to me, okay? Stable coin dominance. First of all, this is the big move yesterday. Stable coin dominance, we talked about this yesterday on stream. Stable coin dominance just started tanking, and that sent crypto flying, right? This is good. Yes, there was a big short squeeze. There was a big liquidation to the upside, but stable coin dominance falling means real buyers are stepping in. That is good. You get a short squeeze and things pop up with no buying pressure, no real buyers, no spot buyers. Price tends to roll back over and fall right through. Money is leaving stable coins. It came into crypto. That means people got off of their ass, got off the sideline and bought crypto yesterday. That is huge. I wonder who could have told you this was fixing to happen. I wonder how we could have known this was fixing to happen. Besides the fact that, I'm on the weekly time frame, besides the fact that stablecoin dominance gave you the Damien Pro signal this week, besides that little old fact that could have made you this huge pump yesterday, besides that, where is my chart? Here it is on Fetch. Okay, I got Fetch pulled up here. I'm on the monthly time frame, but we have a confirmed monthly stablecoin dominance sell signal. Confirmed. Okay? When we got it at the top last time, the top of stablecoin dominance, at the top right up here last time, got the confirmed monthly signals. Fetch AI did, you could see, trace my vertical white lines. Fetch AI did a 6,500% rally, guys. Monthly confirmed signal is massive. Massive. I'm still on the Bitcoin chart here. See what that did for Bitcoin. Let me highlight these for you. So let me vertical line it. Right there. Right there. Even the smaller ones, guys, these smaller moves. Look at that, guys. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. You could have been prepared for this move if you paid attention to us when we gave this, because we gave you this. We came live, and as soon as this confirmed, I came live and said, this is the best news that possibly could have happened to crypto. I came live 20 days ago when this confirmed, guys. You could have been prepared for this. You could have been buying, and I hope you have been, guys. But the writing is on the wall. It's biblical, bro. Ladies, guys, it's biblical. You got to watch the writing on the wall. Whales, institutions, market makers, I don't mean to be rude, but you're not smarter than them. I mean, you probably are. I'm not smarter than them, okay? I don't know what they know. I don't have insider information. I don't have billionaire buddies that call me and are like, hey, bro, we're going to go buy some bitter corn today. You want to go? The herd is wrong. Let's go. I don't have that connection. So the only thing I have to go by that tells me, that gives me a little edge on what they're going to do is to watch stuff like this, because this tells you what they're going to do. It tells you when they're moving their USDT from their wallet on chain, okay? That means they're fixing to buy Bitcoin or buy crypto. That means they're fixing to sell their USDT most of the time. Sure, they may do other things with it, but the chart speaks for itself, and you have to watch these things. Stop listening to these novelty YouTube creators that put out shit. Gosh, dog it, I forgot my beeper. That put out, and pay attention to what the real investors are doing. I'm telling you, this is hard lessons learned for me. I've wasted a lot of time on content creators back in the day, and I've been doing this professionally for 12 years, and I got absolutely wrecked when I first started because I believed all the BS. Don't. These are the charts that professional traders look at. Stablecoin dominance. Unfollow anybody that shows you a Bitcoin dominance chart. We discussed that yesterday on live stream too. Unfollow that. That's the stupidest chart I've ever seen in my life. Let me show you something else, guys. Something else you got to pay attention to, okay? We talked about this as soon as this confirmed. This is Bitcoin, and down below is not an indicator. It's PMI, which is an economic data report, okay? Economic data report. PMI, it's kind of hard to see. This is Bitcoin. I usually show this on altcoins. But look, here's cycle 1 for Bitcoin, okay? PMI down below, economic data report, got above 55, right there. Okay, as soon as it got above 55, I mean, no explanation needed. As soon as it got above 55, boom, blast off, gone, no explanation needed, massive bull run, okay? Pay attention. We gave you this, guys. We gave you this earlier this month. Last 2 cycles ago, PMI got above 55, right there. I mean, it took a minute, but that was it. Bottom was in, blast off, gone, massive, massive, massive bull run. 2 cycles ago, I mean, I can't even put it all in the chart. It's so big. That's what she said. Look at that. Bottom was already in by the time PMI crossed 55. Massive, 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 massive bull run. Well, you know how everybody complained about last cycle not being very bullish? No blow off top, nah, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? This is last cycle. What did not happen? What was different about last cycle? PMI never got above 55. However, with the last report we got at the beginning of August, first Monday of August, I think it was August, I don't know what it was, August 5th maybe, whatever. We crossed 55, guys. We crossed 55. What do you think is about to happen? You got to start connecting the dots. Crashing structure complete. Fear and greed lowest ever. 10.8 million coins in a loss, most ever. Damien monthly Bitcoin buy signal. PMI over 55. Stablecoin dominance monthly sell signal. Confirmed, 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 confirmed. But you don't listen to the retard that says, oh, but it's not Q4. Come on, guys. Come on, be smarter than that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it's that simple, all the things that I just listed, confirm, 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 have always taken until Q4 to reach. They're already done. So why do we have to wait 3 more months, 2 more months? Why do we have to wait? Why do we have to go lower to hit what's already been done? I argue that we don't. And I don't want you missing out and buying in 40, 50. For some of your alts, by the time Bitcoin goes up 40%, some of your alts are going to be 200% higher. If you're an altcoin guy or girl. So I know I could be wrong, and that's fine if I'm wrong, but I won't be wrong because I'm not looking at the writing on the wall. I'm going to just be wrong because I'm dumber than I think I am, if that's the case. And that's fine. I'm not very smart. I know I'm not very smart. I mean, look at me. Clearly, I'm not very smart. Let me show you something else. Let me show you something else that really tickles my fancy. Is that a Southern thing? Any of you guys say tickle your fancy? Oh, Jane likes it when I tickle her fancy. She's going to be so mad I said that. Let me show you something else. I got it right here. I'll pull up the Russell. The Russell is a chart, obviously. The Russell's blasting off too, by the way. I'm going to overlay an altcoin fetch. Okay. I'm gonna, all right, so I'm on the 2-week time frame. Fetch is in the green. The Russell is in the candles, okay? Let's see if I can, I'm going to try to. It's hard to pull this together. Anyway, these things typically run hand in hand, okay? There we go. These things typically run hand in hand, but every once in a while you get a big gap. And like right here, this is so exciting, guys. You got a big gap here on the Russell. The Russell's the candles took off. Well, it looks like Fetch ran with it, but it didn't. This is a 2-week time frame. And look, Fetch stayed flat. What is this? The beginning of October until January. So 3-4 months, Fetch stayed flat before finally it caught up, guys. Finally caught up. And I could pull this up on the Fetch chart and show you, but I've already posted this in Discord. This was a 10x in like a month that it did when it finally decided to play catch up. It doesn't stay separated very long, guys. Doesn't do it, okay? Fetch got separated again right here. Right here. This was bear market right here. Same time of the bear market. Last bear market. The Russell took off right up here, and these are bigger moves than it looks like. This is a 10x again by Fetch. 10x to play catch up. Look at this freaking gap we have right now, guys. Guys, look at this gap. Look at it. What do you think is about to happen? What has happened every single time when we have big gaps? Not even this size of a gap. Fetch, the altcoins, go drop it over total 2. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. They play catch up in a freaking hurry, guys. Throw that in with PMI. Throw that in with stablecoin dominance. Throw that in with crashing structure completion. Throw that in with all the stuff, guys. By the way, this 10, let me pull it up on the Fetch chart. This area right here that I just told you, right there, that it played catch up in a hurry. Let me show you what that area was. What do I got? Fetch pulled up here now? All right, I got Fetch pulled up here now. That was... Hang on, guys. I'm coming. That was the bear market last year, or last cycle. Let me go to the weekly chart. That was this area right here when it played catch up, right there. And from the bottom to when it caught up, right up here, was a 10x that it did in less than 2 months. A 10x, 1,000% gainer, guys. I'm not calling for a 1,000% gainer now necessarily, but you have to understand, the Russell is massively gapped to the upside. These coins could play catch up in a big time hurry, guys, okay? Let's see. I know I've been rambling. I'm sorry. I just want you to, I'm so passionate about this, helping you guys. All right, let's see. Jordan, good morning, bro. Do we have a decent pullback? Eventually. We'll dive into some of that in just a second. Yesterday, as soon as Bitcoin broke the upper trend line, it's been forming since last year. I bought a bunch of FET at 1240. Good buy, bro. Good purchase. Good job, Cuba. Yeah, Robin, I'm beyond ready to go also. My bags are packed. I have 1.2 million Fetch coins. I'm ready to go. That's another thing, guys. If I'm correct, I mean, we're obviously not going to start now. We're going to wait and see. But if I'm correct and we're starting to pull up and out of here in the VIP Discord, we'll start our spot accumulations again. When we get back in here, we'll start our spot accumulations, guys. So we'll start adding to our bags. I tell you, McYay, I don't know who Colin Talks Crypto is. Yeah, I do. I've heard of him. He's a retard. Sorry, not sorry. Benjamin Cowan is brilliant. I love Ben Cowan. I watched his. If you watched his video this morning, I did. Listen to him this morning. He stuck to his gun, but if you listen to him, like if you understand, I'm not saying you don't, but if you understand how to hear the change in people's conviction, he's not quite as convicted about his prediction as he has been. He did not expect this pump. Go watch that video again and listen to how he talked about it. I took that to mean he's like, I might get this one wrong. But he's not backing off of his theory yet. But he's not convicted about it. Go listen to it again. I respect Benjamin Cowan. He's one of the smartest people in this industry. But he has gotten calls wrong before, and I think he's wrong. He's talking about, I'm not knocking him, some MVZ, RZ, DVD, VHS score. I don't know. But, you know, that it's a reach to me. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ben's right. I think I have nothing but respect for Benjamin Cowan. Nothing. I know a lot of these wrecked influencers I kind of talk smack about, but Ben is not one of those. I only follow 5 influencers. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Ben Cowan is one of them. So that's how much I appreciate and respect and trust his work. But I do think he's wrong here. And this is one of the only times I've ever said that about Ben. I think you'll see Ben pivot at the end of this month. I think you will see him pivot when Bitcoin closes above that bear market support band that he showed this morning, bull market support band, whatever. For the second time this bear market, I think you'll see him pivot. Colin Talks Crypto is a retard. I think he used to be. I watched him. I remember his video. If it's who I'm still thinking about, don't take me at that talk. I may be wrong. I don't know. He's talking about right here. This first video is talking about shorter bear market. So I don't remember this guy. Ignore what I said about him. I don't remember this guy. But his first video right there says talk about shorter bear market. I mean, is he saying anything? His last video was 2 months ago. I have no opinion on this guy. Vampire got the indicators yesterday. Good, bro. Good, man. I hope you enjoy them. Be sure you watch the videos that go with them. FET didn't hit your 10-cent limit. I told you it wasn't going to hit your 10-cent limit. I mean, it still could, bro. It still could. But we literally put this on here. We literally put this on here. And I told you, like I showed this yesterday. This is the fractal from last cycle. Same thing as Bitcoin, guys. Same thing. Watch this, guys. I also told you we're getting I'm on the 10-day. I think it was on the 2-week yesterday. I said we're getting the 2-week buy signal. But look at this. Here's what we're looking for. We were looking. Let me turn Damien off real quick. Damien Pro. We're looking for this. This is the same fractal pull from over here. Okay, and I'm not a pattern bro, but I'm a structure bro. And what you need to see here is, just like Bitcoin, you had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you didn't take the low. You hem-hauled around into Q4 and then swept the low. Boom. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, and then you swept the low, and same thing, you pulled up a baby 6, 7, and then go. Same exact thing. Okay, and we were waiting for that over here. We're waiting for that over here. You hadn't quite taken the low here. This looks like a 5-way structure, but it's not. This is not, and this is important that you structure bros understand this. This is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's not. Okay. This is actually a higher high. I know, I'm a retard. But it's a higher high. Let me just show you real quick. What happened was, look, it's actually a higher high. This is market cap. It's actually a higher high here, okay? The problem is you 3x'd your coins between this high and this high. So when you set the higher high, price was actually lower because your high wasn't enough to push price up above price all-time high. So market cap is what matters. So let's look at this on the market cap. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were looking for that sweep, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sweep. Sweep and go. I kept calling it. I kept calling it a grab and go, grab and go, grab and go, and we just got it. Now, that doesn't mean you can't come down here, but it's complete. You don't have to go any lower. You got the grab and go. You got the completed crashing structure, the completed 5-wave structure down. It's done. But if you're looking at it on price, and this is where all the other fetch retards get it wrong that are, oh, it's so bearish. Look at how it's just crashing. You're already in 7 waves. No, you're not. You're not in 7 waves. It's because they don't understand how to pull up a market cap chart or look at tokenomics and see that you tripled your market cap. So this high right here was actually more bullish, even though the valuation of price didn't match that. It's so important you understand that stuff, guys. And I'm not even talking about with fetch. You have to understand that with your coin. Otherwise, you're going to get wrecked. And you're going to follow people that don't understand that concept, and they're going to get you wrecked. Don't do that, guys. We understand the concept here, so I will do my damnedest not to get you wrecked if you ask my opinion. I'm not saying I'm always right, but I'm always going to give you correct information. So, yeah, this is done. Can it come lower? Sure, it can come lower. Will it come lower? Maybe. Maybe. Bitcoin can still pull back, guys. Bitcoin could still pull back. Bitcoin could pull all the way back to 57K, 58K, and still hold its bullish posturing, guys. As long as you don't take out the low, Bitcoin could still come do this and then go. And if you do get this, guys, some of your altcoins are going to set new lows. You think INJ will outperform FED? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really care. I own both. Those are the only 2 coins I own, so I don't really care which one outperforms the other. But you could be right. Those are the 2 coins I own. Oh, but I also showed you this on Fetch, 2-week time frame. Also similar at the low last time. You got double 2-week buy signals. And when the second one confirmed, that was it. Bull run on. I showed you this yesterday. We got one confirmed, gave you the nice little pump. This is the Damien signal, gave you a nice pump up, 105%. And now we're working on the second one. It is not confirmed, guys. Hear me. Some people want to hear what they want to hear. It's not confirmed. It will possibly confirm in 10 days. Okay? And of course, nothing has to do with what it did last time. But you're starting to see a lot of similarities. Not even that exactness. You're starting to see a lot of exactnesses line up. So the marbles are falling into place. So we're waiting on this confirmation. When this happened, guys, when you got this confirmation, guys, this is where people are going to get just so mad at this. And this is why they're so mad. A lot of them are not going to buy into your way up here. I mean, look at this. Within 2 freaking candles, Fetch was up 324%. By the time you got the second 2-week confirmation, Fetch did a 300% rally in the following 1 month. This is 2-week time frame. Your average Fetch buy is 15 cents. That's good, bro. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. No offense, but don't get greedy. People who hold out for lower at this, listen to me, guys. I know that right now, and I've been harping on this, but in my opinion, you need to understand this concept. People that hold out for lower, I know it feels like a lot right now if Fetch were to go to like 10 cents. I mean, that would be a 25% drop. That feels like a lot. Don't get greedy, guys. Look at this, guys. From the top, Fetch has already come down. I mean, currently you're at 96.2% down. So that little go to 10%, it's going to put you at 97%. So you're trying to catch in my opinion, don't try to catch the last 0.5% of a 96% drawdown. Don't try to catch the last 0.5% because you know what happens to people to do that. They keep thinking, okay, we're going to go lower, we're going to go lower, here we go, we're going lower, here we're going, oh shit, we're not going lower, and they wind up buying in like 200% higher because you tried to catch a 0.5%. Zoom out. If fetch goes, I don't know, look, fetch goes to $2. Say fetch goes to $2. Is it really going to matter if you bought at 12 cents versus 10 cents? I mean, really, is that going to matter? But if you miss 12 cents because you were holding out for 10 cents and you wind up buying in at 30 cents, that's going to matter a lot. All because you got greedy and tried to squeeze 0.5% of the macro out of the deal. You're going to feel stupid. I'm sorry, it's true. You're going to feel dumb. You're going to feel foolish, if nothing else. Don't do that. It's called getting greedy. You're going to make way more than enough at these prices. Some of you probably already feel foolish you didn't buy a couple days ago when you were down here, and now you're up 15%. And we could go lower. And so what if we do? If you push down to 10 cents, that is a 0.5% from the top. 0.5%. 0.5%. That's just how I look at it. INJ's 35% of your portfolio. That's great. It's about 30% of my portfolio. No. Yeah, about 30, 35%. Oh, wow. You got in at $3. That is a great INJ entry. My average fetch buy-in is 4.5 cents. Well, how's it 4.5? We didn't even go below 12 cents because I've spot accumulated. So the amount of money that I've put in, I put in $55,000 and I own $1.2 million. If you do the Chinese arithmetic, that puts my average buy-in at 4.5 cents. Wow, you got INJ at $3. That's incredible. Good job. Right there, that's really good. It's way better than my entry. My entry is like 375, 385, something like that. Where did I buy? I don't even have that good of an entry. I bought, what are we on, the 2-week time frame? I bought right here. I'm in at like $4.10. I bought this pullback. I called for this pullback right here and bought that pullback. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I have INJ, let me see. I have INJ videos if you have not watched them. I have INJ going to $70. So I'm okay riding $4 to $70 if that happens. Hell, I'm okay riding it to the 786 at $40. That's still a 10x. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm fine. All right, guys, any alts you want me to take a look at, guys? I've shown you all the reasons I think the low is in. The bottom, I think the bottom's in for Bitcoin. Of course, I think we're going to get some pullbacks along the way. I would like, you have to be aware, guys. It would be irresponsible for me not to point out these relatively equal lows. This is a massive target, guys. This is a massive target, okay? And that would be really, really nasty for some altcoins if Bitcoin came down there, came down to 59, 60K, right? But I think this would be the long opportunity of a lifetime right here. I think if you came here, everybody would be saying, I told you so. 47K incoming, going down, and you would see a record number of FOMO shorts right here. I really believe that would be right in line with the value area low. just below the very low down there. Come down, wipe out all of those somewhere in that area. Record number of shorts. I think you would see buyers step in, shorts trapped, shorts liquidated, short squeeze, bull run on. But some of your alts would get rinsed in there. But I would be very irresponsible of me not to caution you of this. However, if I had it my way, well, if I had it my way, we would just do this, right? But if I had it my way and we had to have a pullback, I would like to see, I have this orange line marked out on the chart called the key daily level, right? I would like to see this level held. I have a dang green box here, okay? Anytime we've lost this level on a daily closing basis, it has been bad news, okay? First time we lost it, first time we lost it like this year, this bear market, boom, instant move to 59K. Then you held it as support, 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 support. When you lost it again, 62K. Support, 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 support. Definite key level. When you lost it again here, 59K. Got above it for 1 day. I told you guys here I wanted to see 2 daily closes above it. We couldn't do it. Got it above it 1 day, lost it, came back down. What happened? 57K. Got above it again here for 1 day. Told you same thing. Want to see 2 daily closes. Couldn't get it. Came back down, 61K. We've been unable to hold it for 2 daily closes yet. Not since back here in February. I'm pretty certain we're going to get the daily close above it today unless something really drastic happens. We got the daily close above it yesterday and today. So ideally, if we have to have a big pullback, this has to hold, guys. Depending on your exchange, about 65.7K has to hold. And if you could get that, I think we're good. What level was that? 65.7. 65.7, let me go to the monthly, is still above our 5 and 55 monthly EMAs, okay? Here's the levels on those. Let me throw this on for you. So everything's, guys, we're fine. Yesterday is exactly what we wanted to see. Let me throw that on for you. 65.7. There's our key line, okay? So if we hold above that, really we could come up, as long as we, historically speaking, if everybody wants to say what's happened every time, as long as we close the month above 63.9, call it 64K, it's over. It has been over every single time when you close above that monthly 55, every single time. So if people want to hold on to the Q4 every single time narrative, what about all the other every single times? So holding 65.7, holding this key level would do that. I'm confident, guys. Now, again, I will reiterate, I said it at the beginning, I will say it again now. Technically speaking, from a structural standpoint, you need to close above this 83K. That would flip market structure, right? Because at that point, you're looking at lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That would then put you into higher high, higher low structure, okay, guys? So technically, that's what you want to see. But again, if you wait until you get that, you're 40+% off the low. So you do you. But I'm not buying in a 40% chase. But if you are that guy that just wants to see that, I would probably recommend that you wait on the pullback. Because you'll get a pullback eventually. I don't know where it'll come. But eventually you'll get a pullback. This would be confirmed, right? You would have confirmed market structure change. Pullback, there's your entry and go. It's still not going to get you the bottom. But I would not recommend you FOMOing in once we break this, because that's probably when they're going to get squeezed out and then pump. It's just how it works. Let's look at our poll. Do I have a poll? I thought I had a poll. I don't see a poll. Maybe I don't have a poll. Do I have a poll? All right, is the bottom in for Bitcoin? 35%, it's split right down the middle. 35, 35, and 29. 35, yes. 29, no. 35, have no idea. Haven't seen Flux in a while. They want us to focus on September 15th for the Clarity Act. Jane and I were talking about this yesterday. Gosh, dog, that Clarity Act is not bullish, guys. It is one of the most bearish things that could possibly happen to this space. I'm sorry, it's true. You better hope, if you care about crypto in the future, you better hope that doesn't pass. Don't listen to the herd. In there like a logic side of the brain, and then whatever. Use the logic side. When has the government ever getting involved in anything benefited the people? Just when. And everybody's like, oh, well, it gives framework for institutional buys. Guys, institutions don't pump the price. Institutions buy over the counter. When institutions buy or sell, it does not pump or dump the price. Period. It does over-the-counter buys and sells, which means there's a private party waiting on the other side to buy or sell. So that is like an even exchange. What happens is people like us freak out and rush out and think we know what's happening. Oh, BlackRock is going to sell today. We better sell. And then price moves. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. But they don't actually do anything to move the market, because they can only sell over the counter if there's a buyer willing to buy at the same price. So the only way that price moves when you're selling a large amount is if there's not enough buyers for one price. So it has to keep going down to fill orders, fill order, fill order, fill order, fill order, fill order. But it doesn't work that way with over the counter. So, and also, by the way, when has institutions ever cared about you making money? They don't. They don't care about you making money. In fact, for them to make money, you and I have to lose money. So getting the government and getting institutions what they want is not going to benefit you. Period. You don't want, the whole point of crypto is decentralization. Right? And now you want the government to get his grubby little hands involved. It's crazy. West Coast says Kramer told everyone he was selling his Bitcoin a few days ago. It is like, no, you could go look it up. That is, if that's not a bottom signal, I don't know what it is. This son of a bitch right here, he gets paid, no doubt about it, to steer the herd wrong. Every time he's buying Bitcoin has been the top. Every time he's selling Bitcoin has been the bottom. Every time. He's not dumb. Jim Cramer's very smart. He's so smart he knows how to mislead you intentionally because he's getting paid. For sure. I didn't know he said that, but that's great. Add that to the marble to the jar. Cuba says, Ben is brilliant, but I agree that his tone was different this morning. Ben thought that after compression it was going to go down, but it went up. Yeah. He thought, I watch him every single morning. I watch Ben. There's only 5 people I follow. Every single morning. He thought it was compression between the 300-day, I think, maybe, and the bear market support band, and it was going to compress, and break to the downside, and it broke to the upside. And he was really caught off guard by it. This is the first time he still stuck to his gun this morning. that, you know, well, but it was more like, instead of we are going lower later, it was like, well, we still could go lower later. It was a definite change in tone this morning from him. He didn't expect this. But the Anthony Lee Raw crew expected this, but he did not. So, I'm not knocking Ben. I love Ben Cowan. I've learned so much from Ben Cowan. But if you like altcoins, don't watch Ben Cowan. He hates altcoins. He hates altcoins. He kind of likes ETH every once in a while, but that's it. He's a Bitcoin guy, but he's so smart. But he's not a trader either. He doesn't trade. And by the way, Mr. Cowan, by the way, who thinks that Bitcoin's going lower, because it always goes lower, right, has already bought Bitcoin. And he's publicly stated that. So he's not that convicted in his theory that it's going lower that he didn't buy his Bitcoin already. And he's like me. Like Fetch. I've already bought my Fetch. And could it go lower that last little 0.5% from the top? Maybe, but I don't give a shit. It's low enough for me. Just like Ben is saying, Bitcoin could go lower, but it's low enough for him that he's not going to scrabble over the last % or two, right? It's low enough. So he's already bought. So whether he thinks it's going lower or not, he's not taking the chance. And I agree. Let's see. I'm trying to see how many I actually follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I follow 7 people. And 2 of these don't even put out videos anymore. Haven't put out videos in months. So I follow five active people. AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Go get your indicators. See what Bitcoin's doing now. Let's zoom in a little bit. If you want me to look at anything else or have any questions, now's the time. If you're in the Raw Discord, the VIP Discord, I put out this morning the video. I know the video. I don't know if you guys watched it. I wasn't really paying attention if anybody was on. I'm sorry. It's like 5 a.m. But I put out how I set up my chart this morning. I kind of fumbled and bumbled through it. It was early. And I had to do a setup from scratch. So Sal Bogats. Bitcoin is following the 2017 on a grand scale. I disagree. Couldn't disagree more, actually. And maybe it was until yesterday. It looks almost exactly like the 2020. We discussed this earlier in the stream. It looks almost exactly like the 2022 fractal. I mean, almost exactly like that. Now, Ben Cowan was trying to compare this. This doesn't even look anything like it. I've never understood why he said that. It looks nothing like it. I mean, this looks way more like this. Way more like that. I mean, almost exact. I mean, if you look like 2017, you'd have this long, drawn-out line right here. See, I had this line. I mean, this is a descending triangle. Bang, 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 down. This is not that. This is much more down, up, down, like this, and then go. The difference here in 2022, you had to sweep this low. You had to sweep the low. We've already swept the low. in my opinion. So either way, I'm not a fractal guy, so I'm a liquidity guy. And either way, the whole point of 2017, though, was same thing we discussed at the beginning of the stream. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had to take the bottom. This one just fell all the way through, but you had to sweep the bottom. We've already swept the bottom. You didn't sweep the bottom to Q4 here. Either way, bro, to stick to, that's a Q4 narrative. I know what you're getting at, and I could be wrong. No, I get it. I get it. It's not difficult to explain. I get it. But it everything, and if you go back and watch the beginning of the video, every metric that was hit right here, on-chain data metric that was hit right there, has already been hit right here. And there's just no way. You just can't compare 2017 to I mean, it's comparing a $3,000 asset to a $120,000 asset. You just can't do it. The sheer amount of volume that is in the market now compared to then, price just doesn't move the same way. That's like saying, well, this bull run where Bitcoin did a 13,000% move up. Well, if it's going to be like that, we should have done a 13,000% move up now. It's just not comparable, in my opinion. I don't have to get it, bro. All the on-chain data. Look, here's what you don't get. Here's what you don't get. I don't know why I'm arguing this. I have this on the chart. Matter of fact, you're just tuning in. You didn't watch this earlier. Here you go. Right there on the chart, on-chain data, and there's a lot more on-chain data. It took to this point to reach 10.6 million coins at a loss, fear and greed of 5, and there's a lot more. Same thing in the COVID crash. Same thing here in the 2022 cycle. We've done all of those things. This is what investors care about, in my opinion. There's only a certain amount of fear you can put in the market, a certain amount, because some people just aren't going to get scared out, period. I don't have to look at anything else to know that. Some people, no matter how low you bring price, aren't going to sell, and that number has always been 10.6 million coins, always. And we've already hit that. We've hit the most fear we've ever had in the market at 5. We've hit 10.8 million coins on loss. We showed it over here with all the on-chain data metrics. It's already done. It's already done. The completed crashing structure is done. All of the buy signals are done. All the buy signals are confirmed. USDC stablecoin dominance is confirmed. Monthly stablecoin dominance is confirmed. Sell signal. That's what you got at the bottom last time. It's all done. It's done. It's done. There's nothing to explain, bro. I don't know. I can see 2017. I see it, dude. I see it. And maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. There's no fractal that's going to change my opinion on the on-chain data, though. I've seen it. It's the same thing that Benjamin Cowan's talking about, bro. I've seen it. And I disagree. I don't know how else to tell you. I disagree. That's a move up anyway, dude. June of 2017 through November of 2017, that's a move up. I mean, that's a bull run. I'm on log, and that's a bull run, dude. Great. I hope it is. I hope that is right. I hope that is right. I hope that's right. Because that is June 12th of 2017 through November 13th of 2017. On log mode. That's all my charts are always on log. Okay, dude. It's the end of that discussion. These are your dates. Period. Those are your dates. I feel like I'm getting trolled here. June 12th, November 13th. It's straight up. All right, guys. Well, Sal tells us we're going up because there's the June 12th to November 13th days. So hopefully he's right. I guess I misunderstood. So I hope so. My bad, bro. Let me go prove Sal's point here that switching to the daily is not going to change the fact that it's a straight up pattern. Huh, look at there. It's still straight up. It's still straight up, bro. This is the daily time frame, dude. I don't know what to tell you. 24 hour, that's 1 day. It's still straight up. Not to mention, that'd be like me saying that me looking at this on the daily versus weekly doesn't mean that this isn't straight down. It's, look, there's the daily, there's the weekly, it's still straight down. There's the daily, it's straight up. All right, anybody want me to look at any altcoins? I've spent too much time on this. All right, guys. Well, it's been a good stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Get on over AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Get in the VIP Discord. Bitcoin pumping up a little bit here, guys. Let's see. We're kind of getting a little move up, just dancing around here. This is good. This is good. I do still think, I will reiterate, I do still think we could get that pullback. We want to hold the daily, the key daily close level. 65.7 is the level to watch if we should get a big pullback. Hopefully we don't even make there. We got a lot of support below us, but if we do come down that low, that is the line in the sand. It could get very, very, very dicey if we close below there. We don't want that, so just kind of set your alerts there. Be on the lookout for that, but otherwise, we're not getting that 2-day sell signal. I told you we got the Damien Pro buy signal. We have not yet gotten, let me turn it back on for you. We've not yet gotten the counter signal to get out. So I think we can still push up a little bit more here. But either way, I will not look to short until we get the counter sell signal, which we get every time on a Damien Pro. We just haven't gotten it yet. So we got value area high above us coming in about 76.2, 76K, depending on your exchange. So we could actually get a significant more move up. All right. You're welcome, West Coast. You're welcome, Salt Chain. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys next time.